Hi there, I'm Jennifer, and I learn in a class next to a real billionaire. He's damn rich, and it's even somehow indecent to speak about his wealth aloud. Now I'm going to tell you what it's like to be his classmate and what really lies behind his billions. It's interesting to note that our school is the simplest humanities-oriented school. That is, we have a little more class hours in studying languages and literature. But that doesn't mean that we have problems with mathematics or physics. Normally, children from ordinary families study here, but there's also silver spoon in the mouth type children. However, there's not so many of them. This story began with the arrival of our new classmate, Dan. At first glance, this was an ordinary guy without any show-off and pathos. But his branded items and luxury gadgets were evident. It was clear that this was a guy from a very wealthy family, but at the same time with a normal character. Actually, this was his redeeming feature, so everyone began to turn to him. He became the life and soul of our class, and we all just went crazy for him. When someone had problems or just felt bad, everyone immediately went to our Dan. It was possible to share secrets with him, and everyone knew that he wouldn't tell that information to anyone else. He could be trusted because he knew so much that there was never any doubt about his advice. Well, his gallantry was also a very redeeming feature. While the other boys were still going crazy over hormones, Dan opened doors for the girls and helped them to put on their jackets after classes. He seemed to be older and smarter than us by as much as a lifetime, and that's no small feat. About 3 months after Dan began studying with us, we began to notice that some man was waiting for him after the lessons. Sometimes they had verbal fights, or Dan even hid away from him. We thought that it was either Dan's father, with whom he had strained relations, or some psycho who was persecuting him. What is worse? Since Dan helped me many times, gave me valuable advice, and just listened to my snivel, I wanted to help him somehow. I decided to ask him who was waiting for him after lessons at the school gates, and whether I could somehow help him. In response, Dan said that everything was fine, and that it was just his sister's ex-husband, who asked him to help make peace with his sister. I sympathized with Dan that such a situation had come about in his family and advised him to tell his parents or the police about everything. You never know what a dumped man is capable of. But Dan said there's nothing to worry about. Worth a shot. Probably I misunderstood everything, or I'm too dramatic. This went on for about a month. My classmates and I were seriously worried the fact that the strain between Dan and his former relative was strengthening. But you can't offer your help by force, so we just had to watch everything that happened. Dan didn't come to school one day. Someone messaged him and asked what the matter was, and he replied that he was ill. It immediately turned to be somehow sad and gloomy without the heart of the class. Dan, get well soon. Each of us messaged him at the homeroom period in order to support our friend and comrade. On that day, I myself felt bad, so I asked to be allowed to go home a bit earlier. I cannot convey that horror when the ex-husband of Dan's sister grabbed me by the hand outside the school gates. I started screaming and tried to fight back against him, but he closed my mouth with his hand and said that he wouldn't let me go until I listened to him. What should I listen to? The story of his unrequited love and broken family? Damn, he's really crazy. Why do I need it? He began to tell me something about Dan's wealth and how he uses me and all of his classmates. Well, definitely a jerk. At that moment, I thought, I wish it would be all over, so that I could go home and call the police. But after his speech, this psycho said that now I would have to watch one video, and after watching it, I can go away if I want. Well, video then, video. I expected to see some kind of a public service announcement about family values, as psychopaths like, or some Three Hanky love song. But I saw Dan on the screen. And at first, this fact didn't surprise me at all. But when I listened to what he was saying, I was simply dumbfounded. In the video, he sarcastically and mockingly retells my story about quarrels with my sister and how I was tired of her constant presence in my life. In short, this was very personal, and no one knew about it except Dan. The fact is that my sister is a disabled person, and I do my best to support her. But sometimes my nerves give in and I just blow up, and at such moments, I really want to get it off my chest. So Dan not only gave my secret away, but also made it public. Wait a minute. What is this channel? I asked the stranger to explain to me where this video came from and what does it all mean. And then he told me that Dan had already changed 2 schools because he had to leave each after he screwed up. And he screws up creeping into favor of the students, learning their secrets and then telling about them to millions of subscribers on his channel. And of course, soon the whole class finds out about his tricks and he has to run away. And now he's here with us. I was shocked. I didn't want to believe everything I heard, but the facts were obvious, and I didn't understand why he was doing this to me and why he was doing this at all. Is it really possible to be such a piece of shit? Huh? I poured out my heart to him, and in return, oh my gosh. But the stranger dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, explaining why Dan does it and by what he's driven. It turned out that Dan is a very popular scandal blogger. He runs 3 closed channels, subscribing to which costs money. There he tells the secrets that he finds out from his credulous friends and laughs at them in front of his audience. But he does all this not only out of nastiness, but also because of money. The stranger showed me the statements of Dan's income and property, and it turned out that this clown is a real billionaire. And moreover, thanks to me and his other victims, he made a fortune. On the other hand, there's a few logical questions. If this man is not Dan's sister's ex-husband, then who is he? And why did he tell me all this? As it turned out, he is no better than Dan and his subscribers. But not a simple subscriber, because he blackmailed him and demanded a large sum for his silence. And since Dan refused to pay, he decided to tell everything. Why me? Because I trusted that asshole the most, and there's a whole bunch of my secrets on the channel. I immediately called Dan and asked why he did that to me and whether he feels sorry for it. He replied that it was just a show, and he didn't say my name. He really didn't understand why I was angry and continued pretending to be an innocent angel. Probably I would have even believed him if I hadn't seen our conversation live on his channel. Damn, I also paid money to subscribe to his damn channel. I was broken because I didn't expect such a betrayal, so I wanted to punish the jerk-off. But how? After I have told my parents everything and showed them Dan's channel, we went to the police together, hoping to find justice there. But Dan was right. We were told that nothing threatens the blogger, since he doesn't mention names in his videos, and it's impossible to prove that he's talking about me or someone else. An epic fail, in short. Well, now I can hardly trust anyone. But probably it's better to keep everything bottled up than to become the heroine of someone's videos. Dan remained unpunished, and now, according to rumors, he goes to school for the rich children. I hope that at least someone there will wipe his eye and his dirty money will stick in his throat. Would you like to make a fortune this way? Write your answers in the comments, set your likes, and subscribe to our channel.